So the new season has been out for about a week now as recording this video, and I primarily have been playing Black Panther. And I was able to reach Grandmaster right now, which I know isn't crazy or anything, but I've got to say, this guy definitely feels like the tickle monster in season 2, and is arguably the worst DPS in the game right now. So in this video, I'll explain why I feel like Black Panther is pretty bad this season, what they could do to help him, and some of the problems that I have this season in general. And so if you agree with anything that I say in this video, don't forget to comment, and let's just get straight into it. Now, before you start typing, Black Panther is far from the worst DPS in the game right now. But hear me out. Black Panther got no changes in season 2, but they gave buffs to every other character that was considered bad last season, and adding a new one with more crowd control abilities. Human Torch got a Giga buff. Hela is still broken. Rocket got buffs. And yes, Rocket got buffs. It was not a nerf. Mr. Fantastic and Scarlet even got buffs. And there's a lot of other things that I will probably mention later in the video that just make Black Panther worse. Now let me get back to Rocket. Now if you didn't know, Rocket received buffs, which basically gives Rocket another defensive ult in the game, as if we didn't have too many of those already. And not only that, too, is healing. Basically, Rocket just has more burst healing if you can land directs on the orbs. Now even before season 2, Rocket was pretty hard to kill as a Black Panther, because when you're playing Black Panther, if the enemy gets any sort of healing from any source, your combo might flop. The Rocket orbs require no aim, and he can just shoot them wherever he wants, and Rocket is a very mobile hero himself. And if you're a Black Panther player, you've definitely known the feeling of a no-reg, and if the Rocket dashes at the same time you dash, you're gonna lose it, and the enemy team is gonna point and laugh at you while you can't do anything for 8 seconds. Now you might be hearing that and you might be thinking, this guy might just be bad at Black Panther, he's coping. And no, I'm not saying that just because they have a Rocket you can't play Black Panther. This character is just not efficient, especially with the amount of work you have to put in to get value out of him. Now I mentioned Scarlet Witch earlier, and you might be like, she's still worse than Black Panther, but she has a team up with Strange that actually makes her put out a lot of damage, actually require very little mechanics, and she also got buffs this season too. And I say she's not the greatest because Hela and other characters that can do more damage than her are in the game, but comparing her to Panther, she is easy to play but is a bad hero, but Panther is a hard hero and is hard to play. Like, why would you play Panther when you can play someone like Psylocke that does way more damage than him and is overall just a better hero? And if you really want to play dive, Spider-Man is just a way better hero than Black Panther. Not only that, they've been adding a ton of crowd control abilities, and Emma Frost has got to be one of the hardest counters to Black Panther, as she is for any other melee based hero. And if you're having trouble against a Black Panther on the enemy team, like I swear to God, if you just go the thing and just slam the floor anytime he goes for a dive, he's not doing anything. You can't dash, you can't kick, as long as the thing is on the field. There's things like Hela stun, Johnny just flying in the air, like what is he gonna do to a Johnny? Sue can interrupt his dash with the sonic pole or whatever, and the list just goes on and on. And if you don't believe me with everything I just said, I guarantee you that if you go into your favorite streamer's Twitch chat or comment on a content creator's video about how they feel about Black Panther, I can confidently say that they're probably gonna agree with me and put Black Panther in like a C or D tier, even if they're a Black Panther main themselves. Now if I were to buff Black Panther, I would definitely revert the nerf to his overhealth when hitting marked targets, and maybe give him a new team up. Like I feel like because in the movies they play into his vibranium thing where he can release like the kinetic energy, like maybe once he's below 100 HP or takes enough damage, maybe he can release like kinetic energy after like a couple of seconds, kind of like Doctor Strange's E, which I think would maybe help him finish his combos or kills, or maybe that'd be too OP. I don't know. But it's really giving me flashbacks to Overwatch, to where they keep buffing the easy to play heroes, but really neglecting the hard ones. Now, if you do know me, you do know that I was a Genji player back then. And yes, I may have complained about Genji back in the day. But like, how are we buffing people like Scarlet Witch and not giving any buffs to Black Panther? Like, the least they could do is just revert the nerf and fixing his no-reg bugs, but you know, that's never gonna happen. Anyways, triple support is still pretty relevant in the meta right now, and I'm starting to see a rise in triple tanks, which makes it even worse for Black Panther since he really cannot kill many tanks, if any, and should probably pick Iron Fist instead of Black Panther. But if you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you for listening. If you also feel the same way about Black Panther as I do, comment down below and like the video, and if you disagree, tell me why. I would love to know. And if you're struggling on Black Panther and lower elos, I have an in-depth guide that should be popping up on the screen right now, and I've been trying to stream on Twitch more often, typically on a Friday or a Saturday at twitch.tv/vpizz. So if you have any questions about Black Panther and want to roast my gameplay, you can come to my Twitch stream. You can also join the Discord to get notified and chat with me there as well. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Peace and love, baby.